Hi everyone, yes, I am still in the old studio. Moving house in the UK is a nightmare. Don't do it. It's taking forever. We're 7 months down the line now, but we're getting close and I'll keep you guys informed. So, meanwhile, over on my Patreon channel, we've been painting a beautiful coastal scene. 3 lovely boats, nice and colourful, beautiful subtle reflections. What's not to love? And what I thought was I'd share the warm-up with you guys. And I will say it's just 3 boats, but it sounds very boring, doesn't it? Just 3 boats, very boring. But it's going to be anything but. I'm going to show you how to create shape and form on those boats, and we're going to concentrate on those beautiful, colourful reflections. What is not to love? Before we start, I will say that you know the drill by now, don't you? If you want to take your art further, hop onto my Patreon channel. No contract, you can stay a month, you can stay longer, completely up to you. But there are over 240 tutorials on there now. There's so much for everybody. You'll find all that information on my website at Art by Moon, no E, B-O-O-N, no E. Go grab your brushes, let's paint. So welcome to this tutorial. I'll go through the materials first I'm going to use. I've got a piece of Saunders Waterford. I've got a drawing down 3 boats. You can keep them as simple as possible. And I've drawn a little line here, here and here to indicate where I want those reflections to be. I've got a big jug of clean water, always got a bit of kitchen roll, size 8 brush and 3 colours, 3 primary colours. If you are a patron of mine, you'll know that I am massive on 3 primaries. It's amazing the secondary colours that you can produce by just using 3 primaries, and it keeps your painting nice and simple. This exercise really is purely just to explore what these primaries can do. And of course you can change those colours, any red, any yellow, any blue. So let's get started and let's decide, what colours shall we do our boats? Let's have a nice red one to start with. So I'll just take some of that cadmium red. Nice big puddle of that. And basically, I'm going to block it in. Just block that whole shape in. More water. Just following my pencil lines around that shape. You might see a little bit of that red actually just in that nook here. I'll bring that down and round. And there's the bottom of the boat. I'll add a little bit more water as I come towards the end because I want the light to come from that left hand side. So I'm going to take a thirsty brush as well and just lift a bit of paint away and just keep it nice and light on that one side. A bit more. Some papers lift better than others. Okay, now let's explore. Let's do a yellow. So we can put a yellow in the middle, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow the red to run into that yellow. So again, we're just blocking in. And even if it doesn't run in, I'm going to tease a bit in as well. Just allow some of that just to float in there as well. Nice yellow. And there we're getting a lovely secondary colour, aren't we? We're getting that orange kind of just coming through. I'll keep this left-hand side clean yellow. Maybe just drop a little bit of that red into that left-hand side. And okay, so blue. By the way, I'm using a cadmium red, a cadmium yellow, and I'm using the mountain blue. Let's put that blue in. Let's allow our yellow to run into that. So that's going to give us a beautiful green, isn't it? That's nice. I'll keep it nice and fresh up here. And we'll put a little line here where the boat hits the water. So you can see now, those 3 colours have merged beautifully, haven't we? In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take some of my yellow and I'm going to drop it deliberately into that red. That wasn't too difficult, was it? So now, let's take our red again And let's pull this wash down. This is still wet, so we're taking a risk. You can wait for it to dry if you want to. I'm Mrs. Impatient. I never want that to happen. Let's take some yellow and put the yellow in. Lots of water, just swishing that around. A bit more of that yellow. Just adding more water as I calm down the paper. I'm going to lift a little bit cleaner on that side. And while we're here, let's take our blue. Oh, with a smidge of the yellow in there as well, look. So we've got a green blue. And I'll take that blue down and around. And it's going to blend into that reflection a little bit as well. Notice I keep cleaning my brush. I always want a nice clean wash. And again, I'm just going to make some nice zigzaggy shapes with my brush. Lots of water, pulling it out. And just letting it all blend together, like so. Now there comes a time when you have to stop. And I'm at that time now. It's very, very wet. I'm just going to lift a little bit more colour just from that edge. Just soften it a little bit while I still can. Just give it that sharper edge and we'll pull that one down a bit more as well. And for now, it's brushed down. Let's let this completely dry. Once your boats are lovely and dry, we can start to put a few more details into that. So let's take our red boat and let's make a stronger red, but instead of it just being red, I'm going to make a slight purple. I'm going to take a little bit of the blue and make it into a red, a darker red purple. And okay, let's put the inside of the boat in. I'm going to leave a little shape like that, look. Leave a little shape like that because I want to have a little seat in my boat. And now I can just block in that whole shape here. I can block in this shape here. And I can make my boat darker along this side. So I'm painting around the yellow boat. I'll let that blend in a little bit. And we'll just pull that across. Cleaning my brush. And just softening away. You have to whisper when you do that. Soften away. Just whispering it to yourself. There we go. You're allowed to talk to yourself when you're painting. It's the painting law. Let's put just another smidge of red just on that top bit, just to give it a bit more balance. And look at the difference that's made now. So imagine if we were putting darker colours behind it as well, that would really show it off, wouldn't it? But for this exercise, I do that for my Patreon channel, but for this exercise, I'm going to keep it nice and simple. Let's come in and do the blue. So we'll take the blue, and this time I'm going to just add a smidge of the red to it. Just a smidge. Is that a word? Smidge? Okay, so I'm going to paint around the yellow boat now. So making sure that I put these lovely dark shapes here. Again, I'd like a little seat in my boat. So I'll leave a little shape like that, look. And bring that wash to a point. Okay, let's make this side, this little triangle shape here, let's make that a bit darker. A bit more water to that. And let's make this shape here around the boat, the yellow boat, darker. Bring that wash out. Cleaning my brush. Just taking that excess water off and just marinating that in, letting it blend and fuse together. So while we're waiting, we may as well put the yellow boat in as well. You can wait for it to dry if you like, completely up to you. I'm going to take my purple again, my red and my blue. Because yellow is notoriously difficult, isn't it, to get a darker value. So we've got reds going on this side and greens going on this side. So a little bit of the blue red will be perfect. let's put another seat in this one. We're keeping it nice and simple. All our little boats have got nice seats for someone to sit in. So I'm just blocking that in. A bit of water on my brush. I'll just fuse that away, trying to keep those nice dark edges against the boats if I can. So I've got that lovely dark against the light here and a dark against the light here. Let's take our shadow colour and let's completely block in one side here, all the way across. And you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to pull that reflection down like so. There's a little pencil line I put in earlier. Let's make it a bit wibbly wobbly. There we go. Now, that's probably dry, so I can come in on this side now and give that a nice red reflection as well. Underneath, around that yellow boat shape. Remembering then we want to bring that shape out like that. Plenty of water on my brush. I'm just softening away. I'll make that a little bit wibbly wobbly as well, look. Wibbly wobbly lines, so just to suggest a bit of moving water. Now, I'm going to put my brush down now and let this dry before I add any more details because I can't really work here. So one more time, let's let it dry and let's be very patient. So I'm at the final stages of this one now, and I'm going to just come in and make this blue a bit darker on this boat on the right hand side here. Just a bit more of the blue. And let's put the reflection in. So in fact, it's probably nice if we just push that blue up into the boat a little bit as well. Just give it a bit more of a connection. I'll just soften that away a smidge. There we go. Because now I want to come in with this darker blue along and around the boat shape here. And then maybe some nice squiggly, wiggly lines. To bring this shape out a little bit more. Lots of water. That is the key. Let's put this dark little shape in here as well. And always softening away. Softening away is a lovely way to spread that watercolour love around. I'm looking for the places to go. I could come in with a few darks here. I could come on underneath the red, the little yellow boat with the red and the blue, and just put just a tiny indication here of a dark that's going to anchor that boat into the water. And of course, you can carry on adding details. You can even kind of glaze over this whole thing and give it a lovely glaze of colour. Tiny details if you like, some little darker marks, but you know what? I'll put that in and I'm going to put my brush down. And you know what, even though it's not a finished painting, it's a lovely, lovely way to kind of keep a record of 3 primary colours that work well together. And also you've got this little scrap of paper as well, haven't you? Look, let's play around with that, look. Bit of that red, let's tease it into that yellow. And let's tease that yellow into that blue. Oh, we're getting a river of colour. And then we've got that lovely green as well. It makes a nice green, so we know that that cadmium yellow and that mountain blue make a lovely green. And that looks a mess, I know, but even if you didn't want to keep that, something like that in a drawer somewhere with just a little note on what colours you've used, always a handy reference for future paintings. So there you go. I'm finished now. I hope you've enjoyed that. Have a go and try different colours as well. Try different colour combinations. You will be amazed at the amount of colours, secondary colours, you can mix from 3 lovely primaries. Thanks for watching. Take care.